Giannis Antetokounmpo reported to Team Greece. New video of him at practice dropped today. He's getting ready for FIBA Eurobasket. Greece will be one of the favorites when that tournament tips in about 3 weeks. Our senior NBA insider Shams Charania had some reporting on Giannis earlier today on First Take. Let's take a listen.
Sources tell me there is nothing set in stone about whether Giannis Antetokounmpo wants to stay in Milwaukee or whether he wants to leave elsewhere. He's been evaluating his future this entire offseason. I reported way back in mid-May that he's open-minded about whether his best fit is in Milwaukee or is it a trade elsewhere. And the one big question that is surrounding Giannis Antetokounmpo, that's surrounding his camp, is can he win another championship? Is this Bucks roster built for this upcoming season, for 2026-27, for him to win another championship?
The Bucks underwent a big roster makeover this offseason, waiving Damian Lillard and seeing Brook Lopez leave in free agency. However, they were able to bring in Miles Turner from a division rival in Indiana. The Bucks also looked at getting guard help with Cole Anthony, Gary Trent Jr., and Kevin Porter Jr. So nothing set in stone regarding Giannis's future, according to Shams. You just heard it right there. Now Damian Lillard's injury drastically changed the outlook for Milwaukee. However, Ramona, are you surprised by any of this?
I'm a little surprised in that, even though Shams even said it, he said sort of the same thing earlier this summer. Giannis has said a lot this summer. And Giannis has said everything to encourage Milwaukee. There was one press conference that says, my kid's passport saying Milwaukee. There was the all-in stuff. I mean, he's been very encouraging towards the city. And so if they've made that remarkable move for Miles Turner, which I don't know, could go down as one of the best or worst moves we've seen in a long time, just because of how much they're going to have to pay in dead money to the way they got rid of Dame. They've done a lot. And so if he's still undecided, that's, to me, troubling for them. Because, and I know their stance. Why would you ever trade Giannis unless he has to be traded? You would never do that.
Right.
He's one of the best players in the world. And so, if not the best player in the world. And so if we're still in this spot where he's evaluating, I don't like to hear that.
Well, I wonder what he learned from Dame. You know, because he's in a similar situation that Dame was in and is back to, is the face of the franchise. Yeah. Perhaps the greatest. I mean, Kareem may have something to say, greatest player to ever wear that uniform, right? Oscar may have something to say. But when you leave this, when you could be a guy like a Kobe Bryant, a Tim Duncan, a Magic, a Bird, it's different when you could wear one franchise's uniform. And he got a championship with him. Sometimes it's better to just try to fix it where you are than try to figure it out somewhere else. Yeah. And I'd really like to hear his thoughts on Dame, what he learned from Dame, and what he thought about Dame's return, because maybe that has an impact on how he looks at his future. Because
the lesson you learned from the Dame situation is they gave up so much to get him that they really needed, that it made the trade not work as well. They needed all that defense that they had to give up. They needed Drew Holiday.
Yeah, and that almost begs the question, Ramona, just what does a successful season look like for the Bucks? I mean,
in this Eastern Conference?
Yeah, it's
anything's on the table.
Yeah.
I mean, to me, in this Eastern Conference, with all the injuries that we have seen with the Celtics and Halliburton and the Pacers, it's wide open. So as much as the Bucks have lost a lot, they still have Giannis, one of the best players in the world on their team.
Yeah.
Is his brother coming back? That's what I want to know.
If you want to keep Giannis, sign his brother.
Wait a minute.
We need some
Why we got to drag the brother into it?
Yeah.
We need some more Thanasis.
You know what? Actually, I don't
listen
love
to the podcast
on social.
Yeah, the greatest cheerleader.
I love
support
it.
system
All
in the
right,
NBA.
guys, that'll do it for us. NBA Today back tomorrow. NFL Live coming up next.
Wanna try to boast at what I look like. Think I'm gonna try to wear, pull up all brains. Jimmy with the heat, I'm on fire. It's 88 over here,